Hello, this is Mr. Huff, and let's look at the site plan a little bit more. One of the things you added was the water line here, and then I was noticing that the sanitary sewer line is not showing on this document. First thing we need to do is add that. So we're going to get this pulled down to the center, and then we're going to go to detail line, okay, annotate, and then we're going to choose detail line. And then we're going to choose the one that says SS or sanitary sewer, okay? And then we're going to go line up with this, the SS here, and it should line up with those black dots here. So if we go straight up right here, we'll try to get close. And so I'm going to move it over a little bit. Actually, now let's see if we can move it. So if I click on it, can I move it over? Yeah, so click on it, you can move it over. So once I drew the line, I just clicked on it, moved it over. Let's adjust it till it's the right length. Just stop it at the boundary and stop it at the boundary. Now it should intersect those dots. Something you need to think about is connecting your house to the utilities. So one of the things we're going to do here is we're going to connect sanitary sewer to the house and the water line to the house. They have to be 10 feet apart. So what I'm going to do for my design, I'm going to make sure we are using a detail line. I'm going to do a single line. It's going to be sanitary sewer. I'm going to go from the corner of the house to the sanitary sewer line. Probably angle that a little bit. And I have that connection now. Okay. Now I'm going to choose a water line. And I'm going to go to the other end of the house. And I'm going to drag it to the blue line. And those are going to be more than 10 feet apart, so I'm good on that. Another thing I need to connect is the overhead electric. So think about where your panel is. So I'm going to zoom in. Let's say that I put the panel at the back corner of this house. So I would click on the overhead electric line and probably just go straight across to this corner. And that would connect to the meter. And then our gas line, we're going to run that up as well. So I'm going to choose a gas line. And then we're going to go from that line to the back of the house here. So that's just going to be where our gas connects. All right, so now I show the 4 connections that it needs. The big thing is make sure these are 10 feet apart. Make sure your electrical is connected close to your meter, and that should be good. All right. Another thing we need to think about is where you're going to park. Let's look at this in 3D. So here's my house. I want this to be the back door, so I'm going to have parking in this area here. Go right up to that back door. And then this is going to be my front door, so there's going to be like a porch here and some sort of sidewalk. And I've got mine kind of cattywampus on the lot for no particular reason. So we're going to go to the ground floor level. Now we're going to go to the site plan. All right, now let's put a porch on the house. What we want to do is have a representation of where our concrete pieces are. Driveway, porches, walkways. Okay, so there are several ways to do this. Because I haven't looked it up on my notes, we're just going to do something kind of quick. All right, so we're going to choose architecture and go to floor. And one of the things I want to do is right here it says level 1. We want to make sure that this is on our house ground level. Otherwise we'll be drawing way underneath the house. Okay, so we want to make sure it's on the lot. So what I'm going to do now is switch to the top view. And let's talk about my house. This is my back door and this is my front door. I put this kind of angled on the lot, and that's kind of what I need to think about. So I'm going to go to the Habitat for Humanity site, center this up, and then I'm going to draw some things. So I'm going to go to detail line, or yeah, we're not on detail line, we're on that floor, sorry. All right, so my back door is right here. So I'm going to zoom in on that, and let's just draw a little porch from the window to the corner and down the side a little bit, and then I'm going to kind of come out at a right angle, and then let's make a walkway that's parallel to that. That goes out here this way a little bit, and then we're going to go all the way to the edge of the lot, represented by the solid gray line. I'm going to draw a driveway that's about 12 feet across, come forward about 20 something feet, then make my sidewalk here. Okay. So, and then I'm going to just pull that straight across here. And so now I have a porch that's connected to the back, and it's not square and everything. I could go fix all that, but I don't care. All right, here we go. Now we need to go look at this side, and there's my door. So let's just draw a porch from this corner to, let's do a full length across the front porch. And then I'm going to go to about where the door is. Then I'm going to zoom out and think about my sidewalk here. And if you wanted to use splines and stuff and spend more time on it, you can. So I'm going to zoom in on that. I don't care that it kind of intersected that. If it's not perfect, don't stress. Just try to get it close. And that's kind of wide for a sidewalk. And then we might have something like this because we have all the money in the world to do concrete. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're going to do finish and then go look at it in 3D. And you'll see something weird happening. Okay. Do you notice how on this side it goes underneath this slope? So what we have to do to make it show up is we're going to choose this part of the sidewalk, and we're going to, or choose the sidewalk, and we're going to do an offset of, let's try about 8 inches. So I'm going to put an 8-inch right there, and now we should be able to see it. So now we have our porches showing around our house. Okay, so I have a driveway, I have a walkway, I have porches, I have a walkway to the house. So this would be like the front porch, this would be like the back porch. We're good to go. So let's review what we just did. We added sanitary sewer lines, we added water lines, overhead electrical lines, and the gas line, and we added the concrete portions to our site. If we zoom in on that, it's not perfectly lined up. There are other ways to do that. I guess what we could have done to make it tidier, we could have done the porch at the ground level here, and then made another porch here at a different level, or another piece of concrete at a different level to clean that up. But for the purposes of this project, if you get to this point, you are just fine. All right, thanks for watching.